Hello, my friends. Like everything else in this world, it started out good. It started out innocent. It started out without nefarious plans. Yep, it started out with aluminum flakes for radar jamming. And somehow, it changed the atmosphere enough for scientists to notice. Then they had a bright idea. Let's seed the clouds with poisons.
In the 20th century, clouds were seeded by numerous countries around the globe with various chemicals to produce rain. China was just doing this over the summer in Beijing to make sure that there weren't any rain, that there wasn't any rain during the Olympics.
Weather modification is any activity that's performed with the intention of producing artificial changes in the composition, behavior, or dynamics in Earth's atmosphere. The U.S. Air Force is on record saying that by 2025 they are going to control the weather on Earth by seeding the clouds with chemicals and particles of various substances. Now, these particles and chemicals are deadly to all life on Earth. As of April of 2010, there were over 150 modification programs in the world. We know that planes have water vapor trails, but those disappear within minutes. Those are called contrails. It's condensation. Now, chemtrails, they're the ones that streak across the sky and don't disappear, but seem to widen out or expand immensely, cloud-like, going against what normally happens. Now, 10 to 15 years ago, it was a conspiracy, and all involved denied the allegations. When questioned, the times they were caught, a list of deadly chemicals and elements, they were omitted. Everything was played off as harmless, and no one even mentioned the poisons that they were using.
Nothing to see here, please disperse. Nothing to see here, please.
Bill Gates is backing the first high-altitude experiment of one radical climate change solution, creating a massive chemical cloud that could cool the Earth. It's called solar geoengineering, and it's highly controversial.
How long will it be that countries keep experiencing these climate impacts before someone gets desperate and says, hey, we need to cool the planet with solar geoengineering?
It would look something like this. Thousands of planes would fly very high and use nozzles to inject millions of tons of light-reflecting particles into the stratosphere. It would create a thin chemical cloud of those particles around the whole planet, blocking some sunlight from reaching the surface. It would mimic a giant volcanic eruption, which we know cools the Earth.
Your try, Scud.
There are more than 150 different weather modification programs around the world. Since about 2000, the Department of Defense and the Department of Energy have been spraying the entire United States sky with a toxic brew of chemicals and other biologic agents.
Now, since 2000, the Department of Defense and the Department of Energy have been spraying the entire United States skies with a toxic brew of chemicals and other biologic agents. All countries are doing it. Can it be used for good, you may ask? No. Influence or interference of the Earth's atmosphere or its cycles can cause disastrous consequences. And just before a weather front, you will sometimes see these chemtrails. Military and some commercial jets are outfitted currently with barrels of chemicals and disbursement modifications. The planes disperse 49 known agents to man: chemical poisons, pathogenic molds, fungi, and weaponized viruses made in places like Wuhan or Fort Detrick. These places are not research centers. They are reset centers. Barium and nano-aluminum particles are heavily dispersed into our atmosphere. Barium is an alkaline mineral. In high doses, it is very toxic to all life on Earth, heart and nervous systems of any and all life. A highly toxic mineral in general, small doses is all one would ever receive, but thanks to the unbridled power that idiots gave to idiots, they have a lot of it in pure metaphor. Nano-aluminum is one of the major elements that they spray. It is a destroyer of kidney and brain cells. Now, this nano-aluminum is dangerous and detrimental to wildlife, lakes, and streams. It interferes with plant growth, and as of 2010, no one was regulating what they spray into our skies. You see, nobody. Not even these clowns have the audacity to tell the world's citizens, hey, I'm spraying you with nanoparticles of, vaporized viruses and fungus and mercury and radiated dust. No. All they do, they keep secret. No one, or the majority, or the sleeping giant has no idea what they're doing. The United States Department of Defense and other agencies all across the entire world have gone rogue. They have lost their way. They are an enemy to all life on Earth with actions like this, and are guilty of crimes against humanity which no one is enforcing. These crimes are against nature and our world. While we see their false flags and their zany clown show every single day, what gets hidden in plain sight is the most disturbing of all. They have everyone scared to speak up, scared to say no, scared to be outraged at such nonsense. 99% of all people would never approve of their actions. But we are powerless to stop them, even if we wanted to.
The military and some commercial planes are spraying us with what are called chemtrails. I want you to look at the... And oftentimes, before there's a weather front, there are heavy assaults from these planes just before a weather front is changed and comes in. Military and some commercial jets have been fitted with huge barrels of at least 49 different kinds of documented chemical poisons. Among other documented ingredients in this toxic man-made clouds are pathogenic molds, fungi, weaponized viruses, and...
Well now, can you imagine that? And since wild dogs don't fear rats and snakes, I'll take care of this for you. Shame on you assholes for what you have done and what you're doing. Because what benefit does it give to a man to gain the world and lose his soul? You all bring shame to your families and to your names and to all the human race. Just as your fathers killed without reason, you do the same. And I hope it's worth it in the end. On that great day, whatever they gave you to shut up, whatever they gave you to cover it up, whatever they offered you to fuel the plane, whatever they promised you to fly it, to put the chemicals in a barrel and keep your mouth shut. From the lowest to the highest of you, you're all criminals, but no man will judge you as your divine right gives. But there is blood on your hands, and you will pay for what you have done on that great day by the Most High God, and no man will be able to save you. My friends, let's not worry though. Even though it is horrible, God will restore it back to what it's supposed to be. Well, that's it for now. Stay frosty, my friends. I love you all. I'm Wild Dog, and I am out of here.